Cold outreach was always known as a kind of a risky move. If people knew that you automate them with emails and connection, LinkedIn connection request, you will get yourself burned. A few years ago, I sold my previous startup called Linvo that was an outreach tool for LinkedIn. So I can tell you, I can smell outreach from a mile away. There is the right way to do outreach and there is the wrong way. So today I'll tell you how to do outreach properly. If you don't know me, my name is Nevo. I'm a full stack developer with over 10 years of experience doing marketing for the last 3 years. Welcome back to the channel. I talk mainly about open source, tech, and marketing. I've managed to grow Novu from 0 to 31,000 stars in less than 2 years. And lately, my startup was declared as one of the fastest growing tech startups by Runa Capital. So first, let's talk about why would you even want to do outreach? So there is a few things that you should consider. First thing is that you have no audience yet. It means that your LinkedIn is small. It means that your Twitter is small. You don't have any newsletter. You don't have any brand. And it's really hard for you to get your message out there. The other option is that it's really hard for you to target very specific amount of people. So let's take an example. You do quantum physics and you want to target quantum people, but there are not of people like that in the world. So you can do as much as marketing as you want on X, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on dev.to, but you will not get to those people. So it's actually laser focused. You can choose exactly who you want to turn to. The one thing I want to tell you about outreach is what not to do usually. And the main thing is something I call selling by selling. It means that you are literally sending people emails and LinkedIn requests, asking them to use your product, purchase your services. This is the one thing that developers can see from a mile away. I'm going to take you on what I did when I just started out with Gitroom. So the first thing was to kind of understand the target audience that you want to approach. With Gitroom, I knew that I'm attracting open source founders. That's really important. That means that maybe I can attract people that are not exactly looking right now on how to grow GitHub stars or their GitHub, but they are open source founders. And even if they do something remotely close to it and it's the same type of person, I can talk to them later because they are my audience. So what I did before I started any outreach, getting any leads or anything, I created a project that's called gitlibrary.club. And what I've done there is that people can actually add their GitHub repository. They will be listed on this website and other people can come, find them and use their repository if they are looking for different type of repositories. And also there is another feature for influencers to create listicles from this website with different kind of repositories. Now, I don't ask for anybody for anything. It's totally free. You just go ahead and add your repository. So you just go ahead and add your repository. And at the same time, you also give me your email address. And I ask for permission also to send you content when you do so. So now I have the lead magnet. This is what you want because you want something super valuable that is totally free and is just giving without taking. If you like this video so far, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot to understand what content you like and what you don't like, so I can prepare a better content in my next video. The next thing to do is getting a list of the right audience. So I said, I want open source founders, less than 1,000 stars, but serious enough that they have more than 100 stars. I used GitHub GraphQL and basically created a query that search for people that have this kind of repository. And then I would look for this first contributor in that repository. You can do everything with the API. GitHub is like the years of 2000 in privacy. You can literally scrape all those people email. Super effective. I hope they will never remove this. But I got a very big list of emails and names and also the repository that they actually contributed to. So when you do this process, you don't want to have like only name and email. You want to have every possible details that you can. What is their last pull request? What is the name of their GitHub library? How much stars they have grown in the last 1 year? Every possible thing that you can, and you create like a nice CSV or Excel file. After that, you can start reaching those people out. Now, there is a few options that you can reach people out. There is social media or email. I usually do email because it's the easiest one, but you can literally take this kind of list, create a new Upwork job and ask a freelancer to enrich those leads and give you all the links of their LinkedIn profile or Twitter profile, or just give you anything they can find. The next thing is to start to offer them what you created. So first of all, I have bought a new domain. This is super important because if you use your own personal mail, it can be marked as spam if you do some things wrong, if your offering is too salesy, if people don't like it. You really need to be careful about that. So I bought Gitroom.com and basically started to warm up this email. There are different services. I use Lemwarm that just take your email service, start to send email to other email addresses that also in their platform. If it goes to spam, it takes it out, or to updates and news and stuff, it takes it out. And then over the course of like 2 weeks, it's warming up your emails. So when you send your first email to somebody, it won't go to spam. The next thing is to find the right software to automate your lead. I've used Lemlist. There is a bunch of other ones. I think they are the most popular one. You just load all the leads and then you start to create your message. The message that I put in is something like, "Hi, my name is Nevo. I have created this Git library website where you can list your own project. I don't have anything to sell you. The only thing is this website. Some influencer will use it. They can find you. They can contact you or post you on their LinkedIn and Twitter. I don't ask anything in return. Everything is free. Feel free to add yourself. And if you don't like this email, please let me know. I will never send you any email again." Really try to be as humble as possible because you're talking to developers. Offer only free value. That's it. I can tell you that this has a huge conversion rate. In all the people that I have converted from this, maybe one person actually was crazy and reported me for spam. I don't even know why, because there was like no harm or any bad intention in this, but it was really working amazingly. So you're probably asking, what next? So what I do once I get all these leads coming in, clicking on the website and adding the libraries, I usually start to do something called leads nurturing. What it means that every week or every month or every period of time that you want, you start send these people content. Non-stop content. So I create some kind of a very strong relationship with my audience. And the best thing is that if they don't like my content, no problem. They will just subscribe from my newsletter. They don't have to stay there. They can unsubscribe. I've never harmed them in any way. They are just using it and that's it. So what happens for me is that I use something called give, and then take in private. It means that I'm giving non-stop. And then on the flip side, I'm getting a lot of calls that people want to use my services or my platform or just general help. So that worked amazingly. I call it outbound to inbound. What it means that basically you outreach a lot of people non-stop all the time, but you never try to generate any leads from them or anything. You just give them the content and then you giving them more and more non-stop content until they turn to you. And then you have the upper hand and this becomes an inbound. And if you like this video so far, please make sure you go and watch my previous video on where to launch your product.